Welcome back, everybody. This is Kyo, and I'm here today with Sejun.
Hello.
As usual. Binch. This is Binch Bros Podcast. We're a podcast that pretty much talks about video games, and we're like an amateur video game review kind of podcast. But we also just talk about video games and what we played and whatnot. So sit back, relax, or sit up front, get angry. I don't know. Just depend. Whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. Maybe you're one of the weird ones that are listening to us at like the gym, which is interesting.
Wait, why is that weird?
I've done that before, and I think it's just weird because like usually I wouldn't want to listen to like a funny podcast. I don't know. Are we funny?
We're not that
funny. Are we funny? We're not. I really don't think we are. I try to be, but I know I'm not.
I think we say words that sound funny, like koi koi.
Yeah, or chin chin des.
There it
That's
is.
a funny name too.
Yeah, but we're not funny.
No, but no. I mean, I think it's weird because like I listen to a podcast that's like really like funny or whatever, and it's like, why am I doing it? I should listen to like pumped music that makes me want to keep moving, not like make me stop and like giggle at the gym.
No. I usually I don't go to the gym, but I drive, right? Yeah. And so like I put on podcasts when I drive, right?
Yeah,
and
I think that's good.
I usually listen to stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah.
For like the longer commutes, you know, like and a lot of stuff I'm interested in are, you know, stuff about video games, stuff about movies, social agendas, you know,
like intellectual like podcast.
Not so much. I'm not. I need something a little more lowbrow, probably.
Lowbrow.
I don't know. I mean, you know what I was listening to on my way to Vegas one time was not a podcast at all, but it was a Game of Thrones, like on their Blu-rays, right? They have these. This is the history of Westeros from this person's perspective, or that person's perspective, and I like listened to like all of those on my way to Vegas.
It was on It was on.
It's on,
right?
That's on Blu-ray, on the Blu-rays, but it was also on YouTube. So I watched it on YouTube or listened to it. I mean,
sick.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know they had that shite.
Yeah, it's cool. Pretty cool. I like it. It's good stuff. Nice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, like we're a video game podcast for sure. So
Prodcast.
We're changing up the meta. It's not podcast anymore. It's prod.
Probcast.
Because we probably will. Anyways, today we're gonna go continue on talking about not continue on, but we're gonna be talking about a little bit of For Honor, some Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Question.
And some other ones. What's up?
Did the Nintendo Switch come out yet?
No. Well, wait, isn't it? Is it March?
Oh,
no,
is it March?
It's still February. Yeah,
I thought it was
in March.
February.
I know. You're
I've been seeing a lot of like news reports on the Nintendo Switch recently, so I was like, "Oh, is that out?"
Yeah. We could talk about that a little bit. I remember we talked about it like off the podcast, but
did we talk about it more? I don't really have much to add.
I don't either. I think we did talk about it a little bit. Yeah, we did. We talked about like how like the Switch is like with Zelda, they like you have to buy DLCs or something now at this point.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people do. I don't like that for sure either. So, but yeah, let's go into Ghost Recon real quick because I think I know you probably don't have much to say about it. We're probably just gonna take a shit on it. So,
okay, how about this? Okay,
so what up?
So the beta for Ghost Recon's out. You know,
you have like one more day. You have the end of Monday.
Oh, really? Is that how it is?
Yeah, 27th.
Okay. Yeah. So it's the radios in the cars are really annoying.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really music. It's like a lot more.
It's like these shows.
Talking.
Yeah, that I don't care about.
It reminds me a lot.
It's
you can't turn it off, can you?
I couldn't figure it out, and it's in English, which like really like messes with me because it's like
Yeah.
in
He knows,
Bolivia,
like, yeah.
and then
in the
also
country.
like I don't like that it's Metal Gear Solid 5 crossed with Splinter Cell Blacklist, but worse than both games.
Yeah.
You know? It's also like maybe it's just the experience I had, but like I don't think the mission design is as emergent and interesting as it could be. Maybe it could be if you had more options, you know, but like it always boiled down to like let's snipe as many people as we can and then go in. Yeah.
That's pretty much what it looks like. I mean, that's what the game is, right? It's pretty much you scout, see where everyone's at, and then you could sync shots with which is like a feature that you could do like without having to talk to people.
Yeah, but I mean like, and that's cool, right? But like,
I feel like that's the only thing they added, like that's new.
It's like
everything else seems like the same.
I mean, you could say that like Metal Gear Solid 5 is, you know, you scout a base and then you attack it, right? The game. And it's like, yeah, that's true, but like it's so like what's the word I'm looking for? It's much more tense and like I didn't care if I raised an alarm in Ghost Recon. Does that make sense?
No, yeah. I mean, I didn't either.
Yeah, and like and like it wasn't like
it's like
when I raised an alarm, this is my feeling. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like now I raised an alarm. Like time to shoot everyone. It wasn't like
go crazy.
It wasn't like me going like, oh shit! Like I raised the alarm. Oh no! Like oh, I better go loud, but like I hope I don't get caught. You know, I hope I can get out of this unscathed. It wasn't like that. It was more boring.
Yeah, because like it feels like there's no penalties when you get caught or anything. All you have to do is just like kill everyone, and that's it.
Sometimes they have
and
those
if you
like
already marked them, it's
helicopters that
easy.
like don't stop showing up.
I haven't gotten that bit yet, but I don't think I care.
Yeah.
When I was playing, it is my experience. Everyone else got to play. Well, you know, all our friends, and they've already finished the game. So me coming in, I was, you know, on the second mission. Like I already freed the first guy or whatever. And we had to go to the next mission. And I mean, like the car stuff is kind of cool-ish. I mean, this is basic, like driving stuff. If you want to do like a drift.
It's very like floaty, I think.
Yeah, when you're like driving and you got like bumps and stuff.
Yeah, the cars didn't handle like awesome.
Yeah, well, it's not like Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's a little more realistic in that way, right? Because like when you're floating in Grand Theft Auto, you have a little control, right? But
I mean, I don't know. I don't like want to like make concessions for this video game that failed to like make. I was excited for Ghost Recon, and I'm not excited for Ghost Recon.
Yeah, I wasn't excited at all.
So like it de-hyped
me
me playing this beta.
Yeah, I mean that's good. At least that's because like I wish there was like a beta. I'm gonna bring this back like forever because this is when I was too hyped. I wish there was like a beta for like No Man's Sky, right? Because if I would have known that it would have been a game that I wouldn't like when I played it, I probably wouldn't have gotten it. And I can't return it either,
I respect No Man's Sky more than this game, probably.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's it's a freaking Wildlands is like a AAA game, right? Like AAA publisher.
Yeah, it's Ubisoft.
Whatever.
It's a Ubisoft game with like, you know, all their hallmarks of like, here's 1 million stuff to pick up on this map. Here's, you know, side missions and whatever.
Yeah.
God, when I saw that map for like the third or fourth time and like there was all these icons in it, I got so bored. Like seeing that made me bored.
Because you know you have to travel there. I mean, there's like a fast travel option. I think when you like get there.
Even
at one point,
but I mean, like none of it was like worth picking up. I think like it's like I picked up a gun here and there, and I was like, oh cool, I got a new sniper rifle. Let's check this out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I mean, it's like I guess it's a better sniper rifle, but I mean, whatever. What is that?
Yeah.
I picked up a gun attachment. Oh, okay, cool, whatever.
Dude, my biggest thing with this game though is like you kill someone typically, right? And it's supposed to be a stealth game. You kill someone and then you don't want to like their body falls to the ground.
Oh, and you can't pick it up?
You can't pick them up. And it's just like it's weird because like I feel like that would have been in there because the whole point is to be like stealthy, or you could go in. That's like the other option, right?
Yeah.
And I think the thing that they did was like they don't
that would be
care
nice.
if
Yeah.
someone died.
No, I thought about that. I thought about that if like if you could move their bodies, like, or if you could like even like tranquilize people, I would like that a lot. Like, I mean, maybe I just want to play Metal Gear. Like, that's what happened. I was playing Ghost Recon and I was like, oh, I really wish I was playing Metal Gear right now. Like, you know, like that's like the feeling I got, because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, that something about the like viewpoint or something about this game, the like angle the camera's at, is unpleasant to me. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it didn't feel good. And then like for some reason when I played by myself, like the camera was like on my right shoulder. Right?
Oh, that happened to me. You have to hit R1 apparently.
Yeah, you had to hit R1, and that really pissed me off.
I didn't know that for like I want to say the better part of like 2-3 hours. Like the next play session, I finally like someone told me, oh yeah, tap R1 to like switch shoulders, and I was like, well, geez, I wish I knew that yesterday.
I really didn't like that because I was like on the left side and everything, and I was like, what the hell? I want to be on the right side. I don't know why. Right side seems better for me for some reason.
Are you right-handed?
Yeah, but I don't think that's why. Isn't typically like most like third person like over the shoulder shots are used on the right, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean like
switch.
No, it's mostly on the right, but like there's a, you know, what is it? Resident Evil 5 had Sheva as the second character that you could play as, and she had her orientation was to the left. Yeah. So that was always interesting. That like took me a while to get used to, but I did get used to it. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. It's like this game's fine. It's like you got customizable characters, you got customizable guns.
I think the customization was actually pretty cool. Yeah, I did like changing up the costumes and stuff, or like little small bits of clothing.
You can't look like too cool. Scarf and shit. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I didn't like. I was like messing with my look, and I was like, yeah.
You know, I liked the hoodie.
The hoodie.
I haven't seen a game that had a hoodie have a hoodie on it.
Really?
And I like that a lot. Yeah.
What about Assassin's Creed?
Well, I mean, like customization wise, you can't really customize your own assassin in Assassin's Creed.
Hey, you never played Saints Row, huh?
I did play it.
Saints Row, you can wear a hoodie.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like this. It looks good. That's what I'm saying. It's like
you can wear a hoodie in Grand Theft Auto, I think.
Yeah, but not like that detailed, I guess, or like how I don't know. Man. I just like the way it looks. That's just pretty much it. I just like the hoodie on the customization because I don't see that as a beginning thing like you could do.
Yeah, I don't know about this game. It's pretty boring.
Yeah, because it's the same thing, right? It's an open world. I know you don't like to say that word a lot or too much.
I mean, it is. That's what it is. It's an open world. It's pretty much an open world.
Dude, did you open up the map and then like expand from there?
Yeah. How big it is? It's really big.
I'm honestly kind of surprised at that at least, but
yeah, but it's like I don't care. You know, it's like
that is a lot.
If it's a whole map. And it's like what we're doing is what we did in these two areas in the whole map. Yeah. Like just in the snow instead of like the mountains and in the you know,
it's just
desert.
But it's still the same shit.
But it's the same like go pick up a helicopter, go raid this base camp.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any like change. And I'm pretty sure you finished the whole entire thing. So how many missions were there?
There was like
that you've done.
I think there was like 2 sets of 5 story missions per so one per region, you know.
Yeah,
and there was a bunch of like side stuff that was like very uninteresting, and then there was
but you kind of have to do them to like level up, right? Like get like
I don't think so. I would level up like in the middle of a mission sometimes. So I think it's like you killed people, you level up or something. I don't know.
Well, I've noticed you had to like pick up stuff. Like,
yeah, you put
if
tags on like things that you want the rebels to collect.
Yeah.
Like medical supplies.
I don't know.
That was also like not very interesting, like the leveling system.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. It's just like wow, what a
bland
game. And the story
bland.
story is so uninteresting to me.
Yeah, I skipped it like so many times.
You're fighting this Bolivian drug cartel called what is it even called? Like Los Muertos? Something like that. Man, I think that's wrong. I don't even think that's it. Yeah, I think
it's Overwatch.
That is. And then it's like Santa something. Santa Blanca?
Santa Maria.
Santa Blanca, right?
Santa Blanca, yeah.
Santa Blanca cartel. And so you're fighting them. And you're trying to take out the head boss, who's this guy with like tattoos on his face, I guess. So you have to like kill his underbosses. Which like, hey, here's something I never thought I would do. Shadow of Mordor did this better.
Yeah.
Here's me.
If we gotta recall Shadow of Mordor, that's already
I'm praising Shadow of Mordor compared to this game. And I don't really like that game though. I like it fine. I think it's a mediocre whatever. It's decent, but it kept my attention. Whereas this game is probably decent, but does not keep my attention. Yeah. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean like, that's cool that this game's coming out, but like, in a year full of games that have surprised me with their quality, like, you know, like and sorry, 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. In the
sorry, I know you need to pop into that game.
No. My cat was just like messing with something, and that was annoying. In this year of video games being so good from the beginning, like from January, you know, and being like, wow, this is a crazy year for video games. It's like, I feel like I'm having my first big dud. You know what I mean? Where I'm like...
This is the first one.
Yeah, and I'm like, ooh, no thanks for this one. I'm good on this.
It sucks because, like, you know, a lot of us are pretty hyped for it. I mean, I wasn't, but, our group of friends are really hyped for it. And it just doesn't seem like it's a thing now after this beta. And it kind of sucks, too, because, like, one of our friends actually... Is he still gonna get it? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sure he's. That's cool. I mean, he could probably play it, like, with him, with other people online or by himself or whatever. Like, yeah, that's great. I think I'm not gonna put down money on a game that I feel this way about. You know.
Yeah. It just sucks because, like, you know, it's the dud. It's like the first dud of this year.
I'm so glad there was a beta.
Yeah,
because I could have bought in this game sight unseen.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's pretty much what I was saying.
I don't
like the No Man's Sky
if this game's gonna have bad reviews. I don't think it will.
No, it literally.
I don't know, maybe it will.
Well, how did the Division do? I know. There's like some differences in the Division, but it literally
was divisive, right? The Division was like
it was
MMO.
more like. Yeah, it was definitely more of MMO.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. The Division seemed more interesting to me than Ghost Recon, and before,
even though it takes a lot more headshots.
Yeah, it seems worse to me in a lot of ways than Ghost Recon.
Yeah,
but I could see myself more interested in the Division than Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon's doing nothing for me. Like, it's the loneliest co-op experience I've ever had in a video game. Does that make sense? Like.
For being a like very wide area, I think the fact that it's a bigger area too, it just makes you feel like, you know, you're even more alone.
It's one of those things, like, right, where they're like bragging about how big this is, the largest open world we've ever created, type of deal, and it's like, okay, like you should have like created the largest like variety of gameplay to go with that large open world. You know.
It's overcompensating in a way. Yeah,
it's just like you see the holes. Like, I mean, I love this video game, so obviously I'm biased. But like, look at Yakuza Zero's open world. Look at how, like, compared to a lot of video games, that is a small open world. Yet there is a lot of world there to explore because it's dense. Every corner has something different for you, and it's all meaningful and it's all fun. You know, it's like people need to take cues from that. You know, people need to like stop making these things so big and start packing them with better stuff.
Yeah, it's the little details that like get like us gamers. I feel like because those details are like it gets anybody. I think like that's the thing. Like it's just those small things that like that I like at least.
Yeah,
like down to like cosmetics even too.
Yeah, I didn't.
But mostly gameplay.
I didn't feel like anything in this world. How do I put this? I didn't look at anyone in this game. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what the enemies even look like. You know what I mean? I killed a bunch of them. I don't remember what they look like.
You know,
one of them had like two Uzis. That's all I know.
Yeah, you remember how we were talking about how like some games they kind of like take you out and like don't give you like a connection, because like you know that okay this is a different person, whatever. And whole like I think the fact that this game is pretty close to like our world makes it even like worse of a game too. I mean like it's obvious it's like you know Call of Duty or whatever kind of like that's kind of close and like it's part of like like that kind of thing, but like it's weird because like you kind of relate to it a little bit, and I think that's enough to like really like take you out of the game.
Here's like the thing, I love like every Rainbow Six game I've played. I haven't really played Siege too much, but like you know like I played a little bit. It seems pretty fun, but like I'm not really super into multiplayer shooters. So I don't, but I love every other Rainbow Six game I played. I really liked the original Ghost Recon game. I love the Splinter Cell series, you know, like these Tom Clancy games, like generally like win with me, you know, like I'm not a huge military buff, but like I can like do it for these games. You know what I mean? For like that part of my brain that like will watch the Bourne Identity kicks in or whatever, you know, and I'm like, yeah, spy stuff, military spy stuff, you know, whatever, like, and like, and you know, whatever, it's fine, it's cool. Something about this like atmosphere, like it was like the people talking to each other, like, you know, you're like your crew talking to each other. It was like your character's dialogue, what they were saying, like the vibe of like the missions, like all of that just sat wrong with me. Like it didn't offend me, it didn't, you know, make me feel awkward in that. I was just like, I don't like this, I just don't like it. It's just like unappealing for some reason, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know,
it's just very it's not attractive.
Much. And I don't care to go fight that dude at the end of the game, you know what I mean? Like
I also don't care to like rescue the person that I'm going to rescue.
So who are we? I think we're avenging someone. I think someone died.
Well, there's like missions where you rescue people for information.
I see what you're saying.
Like those.
Yeah, because they're nameless people. I mean, like I brought this up already, but like in Metal Gear Solid 5, whenever you rescue people, they get like added to your base, and they have like a name, and they have their own skill sets. And they like they're there on your base, and you can go see them, and you can say hi to, like you can go interact with them, and you know, punch them, and then they're like, thank you, boss. Like it's super weird and funny, you know. Who am I rescuing here? I don't know. Some
guy.
Dudes.
Apparently he's like part of like the resistance too, but it looks weird. That guy was like wearing a beanie.
All the cutscenes bugged me. Like it looked like not a this generation game. It's like weirdly ugly. Did you feel that way?
Yeah. Well, what cutscene we're talking about? Are we talking about the ones where it shows like information?
No, those are fine. No, like the in-game models. I don't think they look that great.
No, it doesn't look great at all. Yeah, when I saw that,
I mean, I'm not like a graphics person, really. Like, you know, I like games that look kind of like shoddy as long as their art is interesting, I guess. But this doesn't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks weird. I'm playing. I'm kind of playing a little bit of Dark Dragon Age Origins, and like they use a lot of like there's like a cutscene where I was like leaving this like village or whatever, and I had to say goodbye to everyone, and it just looked really shit. But for its time, I'm pretty sure it looked pretty great. But it kind of the cutscene, like the first cutscene you get in that game, kind of reminded me of that, like a little weird, and a little like off, like something's off up about it.
Yeah, it's just like
I really want to just like just take this Band-Aid off and just like, you know.
I mean, the Band-Aid is off. Yeah, I mean,
let's just
we can.
I think
we. You know what we should do? I think we should.
Should we just cut all this off and just start new? Start again.
No. I like. You don't like that? You don't like what we talked about?
Yeah, I kind of don't. I'll leave it in just because the lulz, but it's such a shit intro to our
very
podcast.
Negative, you mean?
It's very negative.
And sometimes shit's negative, man.
It's not.
It's not fun.
Like
this game's not fun.
Is not
it
fun.
Doesn't deserve a fun segment.
I think it also doesn't deserve to be 30 minutes long as well. Because like I think it should be spent like 15 minutes.
I mean,
it should have been quick.
We can't.
I feel like it should have been quick.
Yeah, change our minds about how we feel about video. We're not just talking about this video game. We're talking about video games as a whole by talking about this video game. This video game has. 2017 is a scary year for a lot of reasons. Okay.
Yeah.
Video games this year,
especially in America,
like, were very exciting all of a sudden, you know? And I was oh my God, absolutely. Like, I'm so excited about video games right now. Like, look at all these video games that are amazing in 2017. Yeah. Like I have a place to turn to, you know? And well, that hasn't even come out yet, but like the demo I played of that is fantastic. Like games that
got Neo
came out. Yakuza
0.
I liked Berseria a lot. That just came out. Or that came out a while ago. It's gonna be the Switch.
And For Honor, obviously.
Dude, the Switch is coming out this year with Zelda.
With this game, little scared about the whole like size situation, but I mean it's still gonna be pretty good.
Which one?
The file size. Remember how it's a DLC? You have to buy DLCs now for like Zelda or whatever.
The file size?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what they're talking about.
Wait,
right?
What do you mean the file size?
How they had you have to buy DLCs for Zelda, and they had to like reduce Zelda because you won't be able to fit onto like the Switch.
Oh no, I think what they're saying, I think that's just like corporate market talk. I think they were just like, oh, we built such a big world, we wanted you to have more to do in it, so we're making DLC. Like, yeah, I think they're just being corporate PR stuff. I think the Switch is comparable probably to like a PS4.
Well, I hope so.
Maybe
Either
less.
way, Switch is coming out.
I bet it's less.
Switch is coming out. Games are coming out. Splatoon 2.
Yeah, all that good jazz.
See,
so video games had nothing but like excitement for me this year. You know, I was like, this is a very exciting year for video games. And
it's
just seeing Ghost Recon play the way it did made me go like, oh yeah, sometimes video games are like this. And it kind of bummed me out. Yeah. And that's fine. I think we should talk about that because 2014 was like a year full of this. So 2017 already is better than 2014. But
everyone that was hyped for like No Man's Sky, like they learned their lesson.
But that's like a bad like kick in the like, you know, privates, you know, that hurts. No Man's Sky was like really bitter, whereas this is just like even worse in a way because it's mediocre. You know, this isn't remarkable in the slightest.
Yeah, but still, like it's just the fact that like you can't really pull up your expectations anymore. Like it's just not, it's not a good idea because like a lot of but I was really hyped for that game, and then I get it, and then it didn't. I set my expectations way too fucking high, and it's just not great. And then I think just put a little optimism in it, I guess. Like be excited for it, yes, but don't go overboard. And it's like for the smallest things, I guess. Sure.
Yeah, that's good advice on one level, but on the other level, it's like I hate to tell people to like diminish their passion. You know, if you're passionate about something, I guess I can warn you that you might get burned, but like,
Yeah.
is it worth risking that burn? Like, I think it might be sometimes. I think hype can be great. I think it doesn't have to be this ugly thing that like marketers use to shill video games onto the hapless masses. We don't have to look at everything so cynically, but like at the same time, like, you know, I think you'll be safer if you temper your expectations. I don't have any good advice, you know, for the people who are listening. Like, you know, you feel the way you feel about things, you know, like you know what game just came out, right? Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, right? It's a Muso game, Dynasty Warriors, right? It got pretty mediocre reviews, right? Like 6s and like 5s and 7s and stuff, right? Like I want to play that game. Everything I've seen of it, I was like, yeah, I get why it gets these reviews. I'm interested. That game interests me more than like, you know, like any like well-made AAA game that just is generic or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's based on
Call of Duty.
Well, and that's the thing. If you would have told me,
Obviously
if you would have told me 10 years ago that a Call of Duty game and a Ghost Recon game are coming out within a year of each other, and you're gonna like the Call of Duty game more, say June, I would have been like, you're crazy. No way. Yeah. And you go figure. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I actually like that game. Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I do not have any. I wouldn't be like disgusted if someone put it down in front of me and said play this, but like I don't want to play it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to say. I'm not saying it to anybody like to take my advice because you shouldn't. And if I sounded like I did, I didn't. I'm just saying for me.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that.
Yeah.
You.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying for me, like it's just. I'm not expecting too much anymore. I'm just happy to play games, and hopefully they come around and I'll give it a shot. Hopefully there's a beta first, and then you know from there, I'll make my decisions then. Otherwise, you know, I'm just gonna live my life.
I mean, we got some crazy games coming out. We got Horizon Zero Dawn's coming out next week. And have you seen like the pre-release buzz on that, the like reviews and everything? People have been giving this game like 9.
Shit.
Man.
That's pretty good.
Across the board. Like I've seen like the low end of the review scale is like 8.
That's really good.
8.75, stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, and I have this game pre-ordered, like downloaded or whatever, right? And I mean, I was always gonna play it just because like I really like the concept. But like, you know, it was like something about it was like I was like, I don't know, maybe. But like after seeing that, I do feel like kind of like safer.
Yeah, no,
you know, does that make
you feel
sense?
like you're gonna enjoy it now, a little more, right?
I really like bow and arrows in video games.
No, same.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea that I have a bow and arrow in this video game.
When I saw Tomb Raider and I saw that like the cover had like a bow and arrow, I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to play this game.
Yeah, the bow and arrow in Tomb Raider is really fun to use, and I think the bow and arrow in Horizon is really fun to use too. I think it like goes into slow motion.
Yeah,
like you have bullet time.
I think
that's fun.
Just to go off on the bow and arrow thing is I think the thing with bow and arrow is why it's so attractive to me is that like it takes skill otherwise than like a bullet because like you have to like wind up your shot and then aim, and sometimes like games have like an arcing shot, and then on top of that you need to try to aim for like the head opposed from like a bullet.
Okay, so what do you think of like when instead of a crosshair, because you know how like games like Tomb Raider, like Overwatch, whatever, like they give you a crosshair when you're using your bow, right? Like so you got a target that you're shooting at. Some games though give you this like, they do this for grenades sometimes too, but they give you this like line that extends from your character.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like, if you wind up,
what do you think of that?
It starts off like jiggling, and then as you wind back, it like goes straight or whatever, right? That kind of thing. Like dotted lines. Or
whatever. Or you can just like or it's like Last of Us. I know the bow and arrow in that one had this like arc that like just extended from your character to the target. I was always like,
I think that's cool.
Odd.
It does break the immersion a lot though.
Yeah.
But
Totally
I think
breaks
it's
the
cool if
immersion.
if there's an option like take that off. I most definitely would want to take it off because I'd use other like indicators to determine like what
I mean, it's funny. Like we were talking about crosshairs
yeah, I think
once.
so. Well, like using the dot, right?
We were talking about how the dot, the cross, the whatever
Yeah,
bloom circle, like all these different like crosshairs. Like a crosshair itself is this foreign, like non-diegetic object that just exists floating in like in space in this video game, but it doesn't exist.
It's just there. Yeah.
It's just there. Like
I mean,
it's completely like not part of the game world. Yeah, but it's completely not part of the game world. Like they never justify it. Like I don't think any game has justified it. Like I don't think it makes sense to justify because it wouldn't make sense to be on your helmet or whatever.
Absolutely not. For Honor has it, and they didn't have it like in the beta, which is interesting. They added that afterwards.
I noticed that. Yeah, a lot of times, I read this thing about having a dot. This is for VR. This is for first person stuff, not necessarily third person stuff. But I read this thing that putting a dot or a crosshair or an indicator in the middle of your vision like helps orient you, and like it keeps you from like getting dizzy.
So is that because it breaks the immersion of being in a VR, or is it because we've been programmed to like as gamers been programmed to see like?
I think it's just our eyes are like trained on something, or like our eyes are reading. It's easier for our brains to like read the information that our eyes are getting if we have like this like focal point to like
keep us focused in a way.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna like keep us in balance with everything. It's like no matter how like you can go upside down, like Mirror's Edge, right? Perfect example. This game is crazy. The movement in this game is crazy.
Catalyst
You're,
or like
running up walls.
Okay.
Either one. Like you're running up walls and turning around mid-flight, jumping down zip lines, whatever. That game I feel like would make me probably nauseous, but it doesn't. I think a big part of that is like, having a dot there, having something to like guide you, like and keep you in the world, like your feet in the world, right? And I think maybe that's why For Honor does that. Just because, like, why else would it do it?
I don't know. Because I don't know. I don't know about the whole dot situation in like a game like For Honor in like Call of Duty or whatever, the like multiplayer games or whatever. I don't really care about it. But like single player games like Tomb Raider or whatever, I think it bothers me a little bit, just only because like.
I think it only pops up when you're aiming the guns in or whatever. In Tomb Raider,
I think
right?
I haven't played it in a bit.
Yeah, it's you're just running around. Yeah. It's not like there. I think it only pops up when you're like aiming down sights or aiming down like a rifle.
Yeah,
or
I think that's an interesting thing though, to have like the fact that we need like a dot to keep us in balance. That's pretty interesting.
But I think that's why but not every like Super Mario doesn't have a dot.
Pretty hard.
And it's like,
I think, right?
It's because he's not shooting things.
Just
I think
moving them.
And I think also the fact that Mario is like, you're looking at Mario from a distance that you're not Mario. And I think you feel that way about Lara Croft too. I don't think you feel like you're Lara. I don't think you're supposed to feel like you are Lara Croft. I think she's a character. And you're playing her game, and you're controlling her.
She's allowing you to control her,
but you're not really her. But you're not really her. You know what I mean? Like you are Tracer in Overwatch.
We had a whole segment on this before. What was it? The first person, third person perspective.
Exactly. And I mean, Lara Croft. I think that's why you don't have the crosshair, and the camera perspective is different when you're exploring as to when you're fighting. You know how it's different? Like how it's like got that more pulled out
I know
thing?
What you're talking about. It just pulls out a bit more. Oh man. I mean that's that going back into the train. We're just gonna Ghost Recon, nice job.
Poo-poo.
Nice try. No go. Thank you.
What else do they have coming out this year?
fucking
Ubisoft.
have no
They
idea.
got For Honor.
I
Ghost
honestly
Recon.
haven't seen, like, they did a movie last year.
What's their next Assassin's Creed game?
Egypt. I think Egypt. No, wait, hold on. That's the movie, right?
No, the movie's not in Egypt.
Well, I think the next one's gonna be in Egypt.
No.
I think that's what I heard.
Yeah. When's that? That's coming out this year, right?
Idea. No idea.
Yeah, they took a break. They took a year off from Assassin's Creed
thank
last
God.
year, right? So that means they're coming back this year with the new Assassin's Creed.
That's like their thing.
You know what I want?
What's up?
I want Egypt. Sounds rad.
Yeah.
I want Egypt. I really like the 2 protagonists in Syndicate. I thought that was cool. Or just have a lady protagonist.
Yeah, that would
That'd
be pretty
cool
awesome. We got too many males going on.
Too.
Not that that's anything wrong with that, but a little diversity is pretty cool.
Yeah, diversity is always great. And I want them to make it like obviously have the landmarks and stuff, like pyramids and stuff. But I would really like it if they, I don't know, what could you do?
Well, the thing is, that they messed up before, right?
Now I'm like
they got rid of what the fuck was his name? Desmond.
Oh, you think they messed that up? I think that was the best thing they could have ever done.
Swore.
Ooh, I did not like that Desmond stuff. But I don't like what they replaced it with.
Like, just us.
I think what they replaced it with is boring. No, I mean, okay. Unity and Syndicate, I think, do it better than Black Flag. Black Flag's my favorite game in the series, and I think it has the worst outside of the Animus moments, which is you work at a cubicle. Yeah. Oh, no thanks.
Yeah, just take
I hated
that off.
Yeah, but that game's cool, and like the other 2 games aren't as good. But what the other games do now is they're just like, this is a video game. You're playing a video game, which is like very immersion breaking, immersion destroying. Actually, yeah, get rid of that. Don't say that stuff.
Well, the thing is, I think the Desmond thing was good only because like it really took us out at one point, and then it took us back in. After once the one scene came in,
you're right. With Desmond, because it's like a level of what was I gonna say? Extraction.
Yes.
Level of like there's like a like an extra layer of separation there, and so like you are playing as Desmond, who is playing as his ancestors, and that's. So you don't feel as crazy about playing the ancestors as you would if the game was saying you are you at home on your couch playing this game about these ancient people. It's like you're like, I know, I bought the video game. Like, thanks. You don't have to tell me that I am the guy in the like. For Honor doesn't tell me like I'm plugging myself in to fight these simulated recreations of Vikings versus like they don't say that. That'd be annoying. I think I would like the game a lot less if it said that.
It's obvious. We already know this. This is common knowledge.
The best thing Assassin's Creed could do with that stuff, I think it'd be so cool and brave, would be if this new next Assassin's Creed Egypt, you push start, and it just fucking said, new game, options, load game, whatever, all that stuff. And you click new game, and then a cutscene started. And it was just in Egypt, and they weren't talking about Animus gobbledygook.
You're just
they weren't, you're just in Egypt. It's just you see the character, you see the assassins and the Templars doing their thing, whatever the story is. You see that game loads, game plays, whatever.
They never
bring up the Animus.
Never get out of the Animus.
Yeah, they don't even have any cheeky like Animus 2.0 installing, stuff.
I mean, that's like their whole thing, like in the beginning, right? And I guess that's kind of hard to take out, right? Wouldn't it? Because that's their like brand in a way. But I think that'll be pretty brave.
How many people like live and die by the Animus though? Like seriously, like who? Like I don't know a single person. If I said like, hey, if they got rid of all that like sci-fi stuff from Assassin's Creed that is like not very cool sci-fi stuff, like. I mean, you can still keep the like weird gods of the first civilization plot if you want, but I just don't care about what like the present day assassins are doing with that stuff. Like, that's I don't even
I feel like
know what the story is right now. I don't care.
It wants to try to take it like into the real world, right? In some way, like the whole Illuminati type thing. I feel like it's that kind of like idea. But I think that if it was out, I wouldn't be bothered. I wouldn't care because it's really about like the assassin, and that's all we're looking for, right? Is a story of the assassin.
Yeah, like like Watch Dogs 2 feels like an Assassin's Creed game without the Assassin's Creed like bullshit. That's you know, and I like that.
A lot of like Ubisoft games that we played like the past couple days, isn't it?
Yeah, they've been coming with a lot of games. I mean, what
Far Cry? What the fuck? Wait, Far Cry is another one. What
that's
the fuck?
Ubisoft. Yeah, that's Ubisoft.
I guess Far Cry, sure. Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah. But who played Far Cry though? I didn't play Far Cry. You just played Far Cry recently?
I have Primal and I didn't play it.
Dude. Okay, here's the thing. Don't all these games feel the same on some level?
Yeah.
It's weird. And maybe not For Honor.
You can still do like fucking top assassinations.
yeah, that's true. I mean, but like it's like and I mean, unfortunately, like as excited as I am for Horizon Zero Dawn, I look at that game and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a little bit like Far Cry.
Horizon Zero Dawn is also Ubisoft. Okay.
No, it's not.
God, Jesus Christ.
Horizon Zero Dawn is definitely not Ubisoft. That's Guerrilla Games, the people who made Killzone. But it looks a little bit like Far Cry. You know, it looks a little bit like Tomb Raider.
But
it's like I want to see it be its own thing.
It definitely reminds me of Tomb Raider. That's what I remember. Far Cry.
I can't.
Far Cry a little bit.
I feel like once I get it in my hands, I'm gonna be like, oh, this is why Horizon Zero Dawn is Horizon Zero Dawn, and not, you know, this game or this game. You know, like a combination of because like going back to Ghost Recon, I heard this is what I heard about it. Right, I heard. This game is like a cross between Metal Gear Solid 5 and Splinter Cell Blacklist. And here I am sitting going, wow, I like both of those games a lot. This is going to be a fun experience for me, I bet. And I pick it up. Splinter Cell Blacklist is a great game. It's on PS3 and Xbox 360 and Windows probably.
Nice plug.
It is a fun game. And so when I was like playing. And so I loaded it up and I'm like, I like both of those games. I can't wait to play this game. And then I'm like thinking, oh, I'd rather play either of those games, you know? And that's not a good feeling. I don't want to have that feeling with Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't want to have that feeling with like whatever the next Assassin's Creed game is.
You don't want to have like a relation to like other games in which you're like, okay, I'd rather play this game. Just similar to like...
yeah. Now I'm terrified of that stuff when people are like... This is this game.
A combination of these.
Like, okay, the Senran Kagura game that's coming out. Like, they were like, this game's like a combination of Splatoon and Vanquish. And I'm like, I love Splatoon, and Vanquish is my favorite third-person shooter ever. I am so excited for this game. And like now after Ghost Recon, part of me is like, ooh, I hope that doesn't mean I'd rather play Vanquish or Splatoon when I play this game.
I think
Yeah.
That's not gonna be that's a little scary, right? Especially since Splatoon's come around.
That's the whole idea. Yeah, there's no video game like okay. That's the thing, right? I played recently Yakuza and Tales from Berseria and For Honor, and honestly, like none of those games you can really point to and be like, it's like this game and this game. For Honor, you could almost say it's kind of like Bushido Blade mixed with Dark Souls. But I mean, I don't think that's fair.
I think For Honor has its own... I think it's hard to like... I mean, I think it's hard to have like an original idea, an original game, right? So that's why like people like compare like these games sometimes is because like it's just... It seems that they are similar and there's already...
A lot of times games are similar, right?
There's concepts of the game that are parts of the other games.
Yeah.
And that's a good. That's sort of a good thing to do too, because like, if a game has good parts of it, you would probably want to try to make the same thing, but combine it with something else. But sometimes not good.
Okay, so what's important for you in a video game, and what's important for me, and what's important for the mass audience, right? Like, for me, I mean. Like, the term gameplay, like, what is that? That's nothing that means nothing.
Mechanics.
What is gameplay?
What about mechanics?
Yeah, mechanics is better.
I like that.
It's too broad. Like, keep going. Let's get a little nittier and grittier. You know, like,
I don't know.
Like what? Like, the shooting feels solid. I hate when people say the shooting feels solid. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? What do you mean?
There's aim down
Like,
sights. There's it feels like you're actually using skill. I think that's the thing. I think I like games that do that.
It feels like you're actually using skill.
Yes. Is that still too broad?
No. I'm thinking about if that applies. Like, I want to think about that. Like, what games don't feel like you're actually using skill?
Let's see. I don't know. I feel like this is a game where you just literally just press a button and you don't need to do anything.
Assassin's Creed. The first two Assassin's Creed games. I don't feel like you have to have a ton of finesse for those games. I think like they like automate a lot of it. But I mean, I like it. It's fun. You don't need skill to play those games. There is an obvious
like right answer to like doing assassinations and stuff like in Assassin's Creed, right?
Yeah, but I mean, still, like, you ever get in a sword fight in Assassin's Creed? It's super simple. You know, like, if you lose...
Like the latest ones, right? Like, those are pretty simple.
The latest ones are more complex.
I like the way when they took out the whole countering thing.
Assassin's Creed 2? Yeah, that's super... The counter made everything... If you hit counter, then you had an invincible, like, insta-kill.
No, yeah. But that felt good.
Like,
I think
yeah, it felt good, but it, like...
I guess it's a difference between some people, right? Then it's just like some people wanted to have the easy.
It doesn't take skill.
No, it doesn't. Well, yeah, it doesn't. You just have to look for that yellow light and then just press that button.
Yeah, it's like the Batman game, right? Like in the Batman game, it's not like can you counter this? It's like how long can you? Like the game is so easy to be perfect at that instead of giving you like challenges based on like fighting the enemies, they would give you like score multipliers based on how well you did. You know what I mean? Like
the buttons.
Exactly. And I mean, it's not like Batman didn't have an interesting enough combat system where I felt like that was justified. You know what I mean? I wasn't like, it's not like Bayonetta or something where like, you know, like if you get a platinum in Bayonetta, you're like, I earned that platinum, you know? It's like, like Batman, it's like, oh, you got this rank. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. Yeah. No, but I agree. I think skill-based games are important. I think I like, what do you call it? Settings a lot. Like world setting narrative. You know, like that element of it, the aesthetic quality of a video game is very important to me. I think like, you know, that encompasses art style, that encompasses, you know, mood, music, whatever, all that stuff, right? That's really important to me.
Yeah, personally. I think character development is like also really a thing you need to have as well, right?
Depends on if there's a narrative that supports it. Like there's zero character development in For Honor. And I don't care. Well, yeah. I don't care.
That's like it's like a multiplayer though, which is interesting because.
But I'm talking about there's a single player in that game too.
I haven't played it. Fuck, I've literally have not played it yet. Or I played like the Knights one, like to chapter 3, but I haven't continued from there. But I totally forgot about that.
I think if you're telling a story about characters, then there should be character development. If you're telling a story about an event, maybe, and the focus is broader, maybe it's harder to develop characters, right? Like if you have like 15 different protagonists in some video game, then not everyone's gonna get development, you know, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's an important part to me.
It just depends, right? These are all kind of like depends. Like some gamers don't want to do much because I remember when we played fucking Mahjong, right? We played Mahjong last night for like 7 hours.
Yeah, we did. Okay, let's get into this.
I want to quickly do this and then we can get into that. And then you pretty much asked me like multiple times, like, dude, if you want to take a break, want to do For Honor, and then like at the end when I was pretty much done, and I said you asked me if I was gonna go on For Honor, I was like no, and the reason for that is because the fact that it takes skill to play that game sometimes too, because you have to do, you have to block, sometimes you have to parry, sometimes you have to dodge. There's just so many things that you could do with that.
Like an active skill.
Yeah, I have to use my mind again.
It taxes your brain in a different way. Like I'll say this: Mahjong is an infinitely harder game. It's an infinitely harder game than For Honor.
So real quickly too, when we're saying we played Mahjong, we're not saying that we played it like online, like on like a website or something. We played it on Yakuza, a mini game inside of a video game.
Yeah, we played the Mahjong mini game in Yakuza 0 for
7 hours.
Like 7 hours.
Okay, but I want to go back to For Honor real quick. And the thing with that is that, like, I think some players are different. Sometimes people want to play like those easy games like Assassin's Creed where you just have to press a button. There's not much thinking to it. With For Honor, obviously, there's a lot more thinking. And I was literally mentally tired of playing anything that needs me to use my freaking neurons in my brain.
Like in terms of reflexes. Yeah. Because Mahjong demands your like full decision-making
your
skills.
Full attention as well.
You are making the toughest, it's Sophie's choice every single turn. You know, you're like, if I get rid of this one tile, I am destroying this potential like straight or triplet I have. And I'm banking it all on this one tile to show up. And it's like so infuriating and exciting and fun. Like when we figured out how to do Richi in Mahjong, which is where you're calling, like if you only need one tile to win, it's called Richi. We're not gonna explain the rules of Mahjong on this. Don't worry, guys. Like we learned it yesterday playing countless matches. We played countless matches and we eventually learned how to play the game. And we learned what all.
Well, when I hopped on, I asked you if you like looked at the rules and stuff, and you told me like, no, I just played it, and then I was like, and then when you gave me control and you went to the bathroom, I was like, oh fuck it. I was gonna look up rules on Google, but I was like, there's a rule book there, and then because like it could be different slightly.
Dude, when I saw you reading the rule book, I started reading the rule
my
book.
God.
Then we just went through that rule book one by one, hand by hand, rule by rule.
If you want to get that achievements.
I honestly, I still don't really know exactly what a Han is and how you get a Han. Dude, I think certain things give
after
you
that
Han.
Reading the book, you only got like what 30. I only have like 30% understanding of the game after reading that.
Yeah. The best part is like there'll be like parts in the instruction booklet where it says like this is a beginner should try to go for a simple set which consists of 3 triplets and a pair or 4 triplets and a pair. It's like but this is only if Quitons in
it's
place.
Like what is that? Where is that?
You never explained what that means.
No freaking there was no term, there was no like dictionary, there was no glossary for that at all.
Dude, honestly, man, like Mahjong right now, like is ranking pretty high up there in terms of like games of this year.
It's so bad, but I agree. And it's just a mini game in a main game.
Because I hated Mahjong at first. When I was playing Mahjong,
it's like by yourself too. There's no music when you play it either, so like it's even more.
The music starts when you call Richi.
That is it, though.
When you call Richi, the most intense music plays. So, I'm on my quest to 100% complete Yakuza 0. And 100% platinum trophy it, right? And that's why I have to complete all the side stuff. And I did every single little bit except for Mahjong. I put off Mahjong because I was like, this is overwhelming. I can't touch this. And then Kyo yesterday, we're just hanging out online, and Kyo's like, "Let me see this." Or no, that's not even what happened. I was just like, "Check this game out." You
just called me and I was like, "Hey, dude, because like you found out you could share play, and then
I was like, let me show you this crazy."
I wasn't
game.
even gonna get on. I was just gonna go back, lay back down, and go to sleep. We were supposed to do the podcast that day.
We were supposed to do the podcast, and then we just start playing. We're just like walking around the city. I'm showing you things, and I'm like, I'll show you what I'm stuck at. I'm just like at Mahjong. And then for some reason, you decided,
let's do it.
I want to give this a go.
Let me give it a shot.
And then we fucking did it. We got every single, and those were hard things we did. We played that game for 7 hours and we did it.
Well, yeah. It's 10 minutes. If I stay for 10 minutes and let you take over.
If you stayed 10 more minutes, you would have seen me get that full straight in that 5-hand manga.
God, we spent so many. It's so bad though that how mahjong in like I'd rather play mahjong with you on Yakuza 0 than go to Ghost Recon. It is so sad.
Yeah, 100%.
That is so sad.
Dude, sometimes I'd rather play mahjong with you than play fucking For Honor, you know, or like any other game. Like, it's a fun game. I had a good time playing mahjong. But I mean, like, that's also like unfair to Ghost Recon though, because it's like mahjong is what is it, thousands of years old or whatever. You know, it's just like, is this perfected
we're just
game?
It's like you said this yesterday too. We're just getting old, and the mahjong is now looking appealing to us at this point.
But I mean, it's like a game like chess or poker or something. It's just like, it's this game that was like perfected through time, right? Like we have, of course it's great. Of course mahjong is as great as it can be.
I would have known unless you share played me with Yakuza.
I wouldn't have known unless it was an achievement on Yakuza.
Oh my god.
And you know, I love Joy Luck Club. This movie, right? And it's about a mahjong club. I mean, it's not about mahjong, so like I never paid attention to the mahjong. But next time I watch that movie,
I'm gonna pay attention to it.
I'm gonna see who has Ricci Apatsu.
Yeah, see if they put it aside.
I'm gonna see if anyone is going for 7 pairs or 13 orphans.
I was very fucking confused too, because like I literally thought mahjong was still dominoes, and I was
because they use tiles, right? It's because they use tiles, not cards.
Dominoes?
Dominoes are kind of like tiles.
Yeah, they're tiles.
Yeah, and mahjong uses tiles.
That's why I thought, I don't know. For some reason, I thought you like place it down and you have to like match shit, the same shit like dominoes.
Yeah, you kind of. I mean, you're matching shit.
Anyway, it's like it's just weird. I mean that like it's fun. That's what we did like last week instead of doing the podcast. I mean, that was
yesterday.
This morning, if anything.
Wow, yeah, it is this morning.
But yeah, I don't know. That was actually pretty fun. That was a fun morning.
Oh my gosh, it's
training.
Yeah, but I mean, that was awesome. One of the highlights of my video gaming recent experience for sure. We almost streamed it. We just cut it because of SharePlay.
I think
or whatever.
I could have streamed it now I think about it, because I have the OBS, right? I could have just connected.
You should have streamed it. That would have been a great stream. Just 2 men losing their minds.
7 hours.
Getting so mad. We got so mad whenever... God. We almost had... At one point, all we needed left was like a full straight. And we had it. And then it was between 2 cards. Or 2 tiles.
The wrong one, apparently.
I just chose the wrong one. Because the right one showed up later.
And then we got Ron. Which...
And then we got Ron.
I'm not even going to explain what that is, but we just got Ron.
That means that means we got hit the hardest out of everyone in the game because of that. And I felt like
shit.
When you left, I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing this anymore tonight.
You shouldn't have.
I laid in bed. I watched an episode of anime. I read a issue or 2 of Berserk, the manga. And then I was like, I was just laying there. And then I was like, I'm going to play more mahjong. I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to just go for the full straight. And sure enough,
I think with these games, like, it's similar to like Overwatch. I think I've said this before too. Overwatch, like For Honor 2, sure. And then like, I guess mahjong now at this point. Like the things that take like mental, on top of like, playing the game and like pressing buttons and stuff. And that the games that like need your mental like attention and stuff. I think with those kind of games, you do have to take a break once in a while, because you got to let your brain rest. Otherwise, you're just going to stress it out. It's going to be reckless. If someone say it won't be as efficient.
Well, this is what I had to do. I had to turn off this part of my brain where like because when I was going for straights only, like full straights, I was seeing triples everywhere. and I was like, I have to kill these triples, and that hurts me, but I have to do it. You know, like I have to get rid of these. Like this is a good hand that I'm destroying in hopes for a better, in hopes of a specific hand, not even better. And I did that, and it's like I think when multiplayer games sometimes give you like objectives, like daily orders for Honor or other video games. Street Fighter has stuff like that, you know, like it makes you play the video game differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not necessarily the best. And that might work out for both you and the person you're playing against. You know what I mean? Because like if I'm going for, you know, like 50 death from above kills or whatever in For Honor, I'm probably an easier target to kill like throughout the rest of the game or something.
But in turn, you learn how to like do different types of moves to get people set up for the deaths from above, and now you need to learn a new tactic for yourself that you didn't even think about doing.
I never even thought about this, but like, you know what would be cool in a multiplayer video game? If they had like some video game, okay? I don't know. It doesn't matter. If they had, you know how they have kill streak rewards in like Call of Duty and stuff, where you know you got 7 kills and you got a, you know, drone strike or whatever. It'd be cool if they had like different rewards for different types of kill or different types of feats that you perform.
Yeah, interesting.
And the harder the feat, like the more complex the feat, you know,
the better the reward.
Like the better the So like if you shoot someone from like, you know, over 120 meters or whatever, then like it like pings all the enemy on the map for like 30 seconds. Or something, I don't know.
Something
whatever.
that is really, I mean,
you know what I mean.
That means that you get it again because it's even easier to do that. But I see what you're saying. Something that's really hard, like getting grab kills and only hitting with a melee or something, or like a light attack and then like leaving, not like executing, maybe give you a feat.
Maybe if you don't execute like 6 people, 6 kills in a row, then like from then on your executions aren't interruptible for like 1 minute. Whoa,
that'd be pretty good.
I like this. I think this is kind of fun.
We should go to Ubisoft right now and put our applications, throw them our ideas, get a PowerPoint ready, and you know.
I think it could even be fun in single player games. You know, you could have like specific achievements to like work towards, and like maybe I think some games do that. I mean, like Skyrim kind of Skyrim, Neo, games like that have like mastery systems for weapons where like if you use one weapon a lot, but that's like an obvious version of what we're talking about. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool. That's
a good like little mechanic they could add. Will they do it? Would they listen to this podcast? Don't think so. But you know, if you're listening now, don't forget who told you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know. Was there any other games that you played this week, or wanted to talk about? I know you got one game.
Berseria? Is that the one?
You got.
Yeah. I'll talk about it.
A few minutes, unless you want to save it for next week.
Now I'll just talk about it. It's cool. I like it. It's got a really good story and an anime art style. So if you're not into that, you won't like it probably. But if you are into it, it's really cool.
It's weird. The anime kind of games kind of like do draw me back to playing it. They do actually.
Like you don't want to?
Yeah, like I don't want to. But every time I look at, because sometimes whenever I look at the trailer, it just looks like it's an anime I could just watch. And I think the thing is with me. Specifically me, it's not everybody, so I'm not sure, but it feels like I should just watch the anime instead. That's what it feels like for me.
Oh, there is no anime for this.
Yeah, but if there was, it makes me feel like I don't need to play it in a way.
I think that like I would recommend that to a lot of people. Yeah, I think the story is good and worthy of like a show or an anime, but I do like the game itself. Like I like the combat specifically. I don't really like the overworld and the quest design stuff. This is my first Tales game that I completed. And and they have these cutscenes called skits.
Yeah.
They're like that you have to find, like they're like specific. Like if you rest at this inn during this time, you can get a skit about Rokuru training all day or whatever. Yeah. I don't know. And they're, usually funnier optional side stuff. They're not like integral. It's more character development than plot related, And so yeah, I was playing this game and I was watching all those skits and I was like learning about these characters. I really ended up growing to like all of the characters. The story was very compelling. It's about revenge and like what that does to a person. Like, the person who seeks revenge, and it's and it's about like it's about a battle between philosophies about like how morally justifiable is it to sacrifice the needs of the few for the needs of the many.
Classic.
And it's like, and it doesn't like shy away from these like ideas, and it doesn't shy away from like, is it okay when you are going for vengeance, like, or whatever, like, is it okay to like go for like, is it okay to seek revenge for yourself rather than the person you're avenging? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I think it's really interesting. I think it's neat. I think the cast is great. The combat's really cool. I liked it. It's like pretty.
Like, how is the combat? Like it's all. How many like other anime like games have you played? Number wise.
Well, I mean, I've played a bunch of different. I mean, I don't know. Like they're all. It doesn't. That's just like a trapping, right? It's just like an art style. It doesn't say anything about the combat.
So it can always be different. It's just the art style is obviously going to be the same. But
yeah, it's like how many different like Western games have you played? It's like okay, so like XCOM plays just like Mass Effect 2, right?
Yeah, my thing is I always feel like the like anime games are always like the same. Like it's for some reason to me it's like turn based. I think it's all just turn based.
Yeah, that's a really weird way of looking at them. This game's not turn based at all.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. It's a active time battle. It's real time. Yeah. It's got a stamina management system where it's like
I like that. I like stamina management.
So okay, what happens is you have your triangle, square, circle, and X buttons, and each button has 4 like slots. Okay, so like if you hit X 4 times, that's a combo that you put in there. You put in like into the slots. You put in like this move, then this move, then this move, then this move.
So it's like preset before you get into battle.
Yeah, you can switch it in combat too, but here's the thing. So you set them up on all 4, right?
They could be anything.
So like
triangle isn't a heavy attack ever. It could be anything.
It doesn't have to be. Yeah, it could be. You could be like, oh, I want this rising kick on the 3rd triangle, and then this earthquake punch on the 4th circle, or whatever.
Okay.
So you can do all like one button combo, or you can if like. The 3rd input is going to be this for triangle and the 4th is this. So you can like have these like ready-made ideas in your head.
So then can I ask you this then? Is it like, so it doesn't matter what button you press. So let's say I press X. So X, X, X. It's going to be the first move, second move, third move. If I do X, like square X, it would be X for the first one. Square is going to be the second one, not the first one.
Yeah.
And then X is going to be the last move that I set on there.
Exactly.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And it's like, and like, if you have enough stamina, like, you'll be able to do all 4. So when you start out each match, you have, so they call it a soul gauge, and it fills up to 5, but you start every battle with 3. And if you stun an enemy or hit them with their weakness, like, like if they're weak to ice or whatever, or if you like, guard perfectly or dodge perfectly or whatever, like you get an extra thing in your soul gauge and it fills up to 5, right? Yeah. So like if you have 4, you can complete a combo. Like you can get the 4th hits. But with 3 you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like and then there's this other mechanic called the burst gauge where you sacrifice one of your 5 3 to 5 you can only do it if you have a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
And you sacrifice 1 and you do this move where you like different characters do different things, but like the main character Velvet, who I mostly played as, she goes into this mode where she like hits with this pretty heavy attack, and then she's like in this different like this mode where she just ignores stamina.
Yeah.
So you could have like no stamina and still be like finishing your combos, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And yeah, it's good. It's a really good combat system. It's way deeper than I even dug into it.
Yeah.
I just beat this main story, did all the side quests and stuff, but I didn't like level my character up to level 200 or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't do all that stuff. But it was great. I liked it a lot. And I recommend playing it if you haven't played Tales games before and you want to jump into one. I haven't played them really before. I tried out ones before and didn't really like them, but I like this one, so I think this is a good jumping on board.
I think that's pretty cool because like
whatever,
the whole assigning your own the moves is kind of cool because like you could just you kind of put the gamer into like the game designer shoes a little bit.
Yeah, Remember Me did something similar. Did you ever that game Remember Me?
I know of the game. I think I got it. I tried it out for a bit. I didn't try it. I like install it to try it out, but didn't try it out. There you go.
Another game that did something like this was called God Hand. Do you know of that game?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, God Hand is a great game, and that had dial-up combos that you
just set up.
Like. Yeah, so it's like you put them all like so. It was a little different. You had one move for triangle, circle, and X, and then you had a combo on square that you set up. Yeah. And then so like your combo can. So the ideal way to do it would be to like put finishers on each of the 3, and then like finish your combo with that, and you can end the combo whenever you want to do that. Yeah. But the cool thing in Berseria is that like it used to be like complicated, I guess, in the last few games. I think they like had all these other systems in play, like I don't even know what they are, like, but I guess it kind of got overcomplicated. And so they streamlined it for this game. They like made it simpler, but usually I think fans of the series of games like usually get pretty upset about stuff like that. Like, you're nerfing my game. You're taking out interesting elements to like make it more mainstream or whatever. Yeah. And it's like, I get that. And but I don't think people are feeling that way. I think people are like, oh no, this is good. This is good that you did this because it got like messy. Yeah. It got like too many like, I guess in the other game it like there was like directional inputs along with the moves that like affected things. And it's like you don't have that in this one. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether you're pressing forward or not. Yeah,
you just press the button and it'll do it exactly the same way.
Yeah, and like, and that's and yeah, it's like, I mean, like the best flow of the game is like, where you like are doing the combos so good that you're constantly getting more soul gauge, and you're using the burst gauge to sacrifice one piece, but you're getting it back immediately, and you're just like having this like loop of like attacks, Yeah. And it's like, and you feel really powerful. But then if you come up against an enemy that's like resistant or tougher than you, all of a sudden you can lose like half your health really fast. Yeah. And so I liked it. It was like kind of challenging. And I thought it was like I really liked it.
Yeah, but what's cool is that if you know your move sets, you could change it up and then you have a new set to use for that kind of person, right?
Yeah. There's a really weird mechanic, Kyo. I don't know how you feel about this. Okay. I found it interesting but flawed. Okay. So, how in a lot of games you upgrade your equipment and stuff? Yeah. So if you upgrade your equipment in this game, like you get perks, like the more equipment you have, the more bursts, like more upgraded equipment you have, the more like there's different benefits. You can get more of the burst gauge meter, and stuff like that. But the game incentivizes you to wear as many things as possible at different times because you have a mastery system with each piece of gear.
Yeah.
That adds a permanent stat to your character. And you have 6 characters, so you're constantly swapping out gear between them.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, all right, you wear this shirt now, and you wear these shoes. Now you take off that ring because you mastered
Sounds
it.
a
and give
lot
it to
like
her.
Diablo, a little bit with that.
No, but it's not like in Diablo because it's like,
Well, like it's not
what it
not
is-
like not like the freaking items are leveling up with you. It's more like when the item drops, that's a higher level. You end up just wearing that instead.
well, no. That's the thing. You don't. I didn't because like I'd be wearing like a tunic that's like, you know, like more common than like the new rare thing I picked up.
Yeah.
But like my mastery of this tunic would be like at, you know, 120 out of, you know, 180 or something, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh, I'm almost maxed out on this. And if I master it, I'll get like a plus 50 HP
Yeah.
permanently.
Yeah.
Or I'll get like, you know, regain or fire resistance is like plus 20 or, you know, some random like
something that like is a boost, but it almost
Yeah,
isn't
and-
as
and
well.
No, I think they're good.
Okay.
And you want them on your character.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're trading. So the trade-off you're doing is you're not wearing upgrade because you don't want to upgrade any one piece of armor and just like wear that.
Yeah.
Because you want to wear every armor on everyone.
Yeah.
So that's like the trade-off you're making. You know what I mean? Like you want all the skills that you get from wearing multiple pieces as opposed to one good piece, you know?
Okay. That's pretty cool.
But
I think
it is cool, but it was frustrating too.
is this actual like aesthetic changing too, or do the characters still
No.
look the same regardless?
Yeah, they always look the same. There's a separate tab for fashion, which I do like.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay.
I mean,
Then
it's
I
kind of
don't-
interesting.
I don't care then. So long as I could change the way it looks and it levels up, if I choose the right like equipment that I want.
So,
for sure for
yeah,
my
you're-
character, I'm cool with that.
The only things that show up on your character that from the equipment are your weapons.
Yeah.
Like
Those change.
You know,
Are
yeah,
those
Velvet
upgradable
has
too?
a-
like are those level upable? Level upable?
yeah, every weapon's
Okay.
upgradable, but they're also masterable.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant.
So for me, I ended up mastering more weapons than sticking with one that I upgraded.
Yeah.
I had like, this is what I did. I ended up having like this pretty good sword that I had already mastered that I leveled up to like +8 or whatever. And I just put that in my inventory, like, you know, safe. I had it safe. And I was just like, I'll put this on if these battles start getting tough. But right now I want to try and master these other weaker blades.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you have this fashion tab and it's crazy actually. Like the amount of like, you can change their hair and their clothes or whatever, their outfits.
Yeah.
But, and that's pretty, you know, wow, that's cool. But then you have 3 separate tabs for accessories that you can put on them.
Yeah.
And you can like move these accessories around. And it's like, you can get really nuts with it. And I ended up not messing with it at all because I didn't want to like screw up how my characters look.
Yeah.
But you can like, you know, you can put like weird angel wings or like dolls of the character on the character. Like I could have had Velvet doll on top of Velvet's head for the duration of the game.
Yeah.
And like also be wearing aviator sunglasses. But like that would but it all shows up in the cutscenes. So I was like, I don't know if I want to do that, you know?
It would be pretty weird.
Yeah, so I didn't really mess around with that stuff too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool game. Definitely recommend it. Play that game if you want.
Hell yeah. I definitely want to try that after getting Yakuza 0.
There is a demo for this game on PS4.
Okay, cool. I'll probably pick it up.
Damn, man, I don't know what this list is. I just opened up a list on Games Radar. I didn't even look at it. What is it? Oh, the best upcoming games of 2017 and beyond. Okay, no wonder, because I didn't know what this list was. I just started scrolling down.
Yeah.
And then I see Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, that game looks really cool. I see Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I was like, whoa, yeah, that game looks great. Third one is Nier Automata. I was just like, holy shit, these are all the good games, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's our first dud. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Star Trek Bridge Crew. What the fuck?
Star Trek?
Yeah, it's a PSVR game.
Wow.
That sounds fun, actually.
Interesting.
So it's like everyone puts on a VR headset and is like, I'm the navigator, I'm the captain.
So you manage a ship.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
That would actually be pretty cool. I haven't watched Star Trek at all.
Here's Mass Effect Andromeda coming out March 21st for PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Sick.
We got.
I need to play those games, man. Fuck. It's all.
Persona 5 is gonna be out, dude. Persona 5 on April.
I've heard so much about it. Do I have to play the other games in order to play Persona 5? Sick.
Negative. You don't have to. Hey, you don't have to play Persona 3 to play Persona 4. Yeah. And I recommend playing Persona 4. I recommend playing Persona 3. But I mean, like, Persona 4 is one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah. It's like each Persona game has a completely different cast of young people.
Yeah.
And it's great. And it's they're always like darker than you expect and more serious, but also more lighthearted and way funnier than you expect too.
Sick.
They're great at tone. Prey, I bet you're really excited for Prey.
Oh my god.
Do you like Dishonored and
I did see
Deus
it.
Ex? Apparently
it's a thriller game, right?
Yeah, it's kind of freaky, like BioShock, I guess, more than
like Insomnia,
Resident Evil,
or whatever. Yeah, Resident Evil. Yeah, Resident Evil would probably be better.
You think of Amnesia, right?
Amnesia. Yes, I am. What did I say? Insomnia. Jesus.
Yeah, it's more like System Shock and Dishonored than it is, or BioShock. Than it is like Resident Evil for sure.
I definitely want to try it out.
Are you gonna play Injustice 2 when that game comes out?
No.
Just straight no. What about why?
I don't like side scrolling fighter games.
What if you got really into it?
Then I get really into it, but I still don't. I don't think I would. I don't like them. I don't know what it is. I get more angry with that than I do of anything else.
What about the game Rime? Rime.
Rime?
Game looks pretty cool. Yeah, it's like an indie game. It's third-person adventure. I think it's indie.
Game. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, it looks Rime beautiful. No, just Rime.
Oh. Interesting. Tequila Works.
Ooh. What about Tekken 7? You gonna play Tekken 7?
June, no. Stop.
What about Splatoon 2?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you can
try that out.
And you want to play Super Mario Odyssey, obviously, right?
I'm not a big Mario fan after like 64.
Well, you're in luck.
What? Why?
This is probably closer to 64 than a lot of the other games have been.
Cool. I'd probably pick it up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably play that then too. Obviously Zelda, but Switch is kind of looking a little weird to me. Whoa, Rime is also going on Switch as well.
Oh, sick.
Interesting.
Switch. Binch.
I'm interested in all these games. Scalebound. Hey, what's up? You're discontinued, bruh.
Oof, Scalebound.
Let's just put that back.
What about God of War?
No. I haven't played too many God of War games. I don't think I care too much anymore at this point.
Yeah.
We're just going through a list of games now. I think we should end it. I mean, this is a good ending point. I think
this is a good ending point.
I was going to throw you this book at you, with adventuring through this world of The Creature of Havoc by Stephen Jackson, but I think I'll do that like next podcast.
Right.
You have your dice?
I do have my dice, yeah.
Okay. I mean, you just need a D6. Like 2
I have
D6s.
a D6. Yeah, I have plenty of D6s.
Yeah. So
like those I had before I knew you.
Yeah.
I think I just have them from other things.
Yeah, like poker or like anything. Yahtzee.
I just gotta say real quick.
Sure.
To the internet.
Yeah.
That I'm very excited about what do you call it? what's the word I'm saying?
It's a video
fighting games this year.
Yes.
Because I mean, we got Tekken's getting a new one. We got a new Injustice. We got a new Marvel game coming out. I'm super excited for all of those.
Marvel? Which one?
Marvel versus Capcom.
Oh, okay.
What was it? What's the subtitle for that one?
I have no idea.
Infinite.
Oh. Think of the infinite term from like Infinite Crisis, maybe.
Yeah, Last of Us 2 and Ni no Kuni 2 are also coming out this year.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Holy shit. Yeah.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2. I forgot about Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out this year.
Beyond Good and Evil 2 apparently is coming out.
That's a maybe. I don't know if that's true.
I've never played that. Sea of Thieves. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Kingdom Hearts 3 might come out this year. Who knows?
Stop.
Shenmue 3 might come out this year. Who knows?
Oh, fuck off. I don't care.
Bloodstained is probably coming out this year. Did you not kickstart it?
Yes, I did.
You care.
Me, please.
You clearly care.
I do care, but jeez. Anyways, thank you for joining us, everybody. This has been Binch Bros Podcast. If you want to follow us on your favorite social media, you could check us out facebook.com/Binch Bros and also on Twitter at Binch Bros Pod. And you could just check up on the updates and when we upload or whatever from there. And
you can catch me on twitch.tv/badfriendsbrigade. I've been saying this for months now and I have not,
you have not
streamed, but
yes,
Timmy Red, my streaming partner, has been streaming. He's been streaming great games. He just is streaming I think he's streaming Night in the Woods right now, which is a great looking indie game that's out. Maybe we should do that for our podcast sometime. Also, I mean, I'm thinking maybe one day, I'll have Kyo on mic and we'll stream Mahjong for 7 hours.
Again, sure.
We'll do something.
I'm going to drink if that happens because I do not want to 100% focus. I'm not going to drink heavily, but I just don't want to dedicate a whole chunk of my brain to that game.
If we're going for full straight and you start grabbing the trip sixes, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Trip sixes
or whatever,
You got to.
If you start grabbing triples, I am gonna.
You're not gonna get anything. Anyways, this is we'll see you guys later. Also, you can see us on we're on iTunes and on YouTube.
Binch Rolls.
Binch Bros. We finally did a session of Binch Rolls on YouTube.
Yeah, it's extra long
Bros
for you guys.
Yeah,
since we missed a month.
Really wasn't, but it was. It really was. Just check us on there. Just look for YouTube and on iTunes for Binch Bros, and you'll see us there. Thank you for joining us. I have been Keo. I'm gonna go dip my head in some acid.